What's up guys, my name is Your Heroes and welcome to Scottish Sundays, welcome back to Scottish Sundays, and today we are in the game of Transport Fever 2, and you might be thinking, Zero, what is Transport Fever to do with Scottish Sunday? Well, in one of the missions, it is you go to Glasgow or Scotland where you have to basically try and produce whiskey, let's say, because that's where whiskey was originally made, in Scotland, in Glasgow. So we're going to be going to the Highlands and Islands of Scotland, and then you're going to see how the history of Scotland works, or the history of Glasgow is. So if you guys do want to see more of Transport Fever 2 or just more of Scottish Sundays, then make sure you leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, because that means you will get a shout out at the end of the video. And without further ado, let's begin. Okay,
Scotland.
Here we are. Scotland! Yeah, I get excited when I hear Scotland.
The land of enlightenment.
Damn right. Actually, no, I can't agree with that, sorry.
The land of progress.
Yes, I can agree with that.
The land of science.
Not so much. That's more of kind of like other countries.
The land of industry.
Yes, that was very true, especially in Glasgow.
The Glasgow City Council wants to modernise the transport infrastructure
Okay.
so that the city remains the vibrant industrial metropolis that it is today in the future as well.
Okay.
With your transport company, you're as good as predestined for this sort of contract. The shipyards on the Firth of Clyde have been famous for their sturdy boats for quite some time. New processes for the mass production of high-quality steel are now opening up previously undreamt-of possibilities. A member of the City Council recently proposed to you during a pheasant hunt whether you'd like to supply his friends in the shipbuilding industry with this essential material. Coal and iron are available in abundance in the areas around Glasgow. Off to the blast furnace with them.
Okay, so obviously this looks nothing like Glasgow. This looks nothing like Glasgow. Nowadays Glasgow is a much more of, well, of course it's much bigger, because this was only like, this is 1880 I think it says down there, and also it's a lot more junky, I'll tell you that. It's a lot more dull nowadays. So, and of course you got Fort William up there, and we have a lot to do. So we're going to close that down. So we have to deliver coal and iron ore to the steelworks in Glasgow. So we have to deliver coal and iron ore. Okay, so because I've actually done this mission before, I can quickly show you how to do this. Or if you guys are playing Transport Fever, I hope this kind of does help as well. If you guys are stuck on kind of the Glasgow mission now, I'm maybe not going to do all this whole mission today. I'm just going to do a wee bit of it. So just to see if you guys actually like this game. And if you guys do want more, then please do let me know in the comments as well, because your feedback is always amazing as usual. So we're just gonna get some roads over here, some nice dirt roads. Can we get some dirt roads over here? Perfect. And okay, now I'm not really going to worry about kind of like the landscape around me, because I just want to try and get as much as done as quickly as possible. So I know some of you are going to be like, oh Zero, I've got kind of OCD with kind of landscapes and how it is. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. No, I'm joking. Right, so we're going to need to set up a new line. So we're going to have to do a new line from the coal to here, and that will be called it'll be called truck. It'll just be called truck coal to where, what's this place called? I can't remember. To steel, to the, because basically what this is that iron ore, which is the orange thing, and then coal, which is this thing, it'll turn it into steel. So that's basically what we have to do. So basically, so what we're going to do is Glasgow coal to Glasgow steel. Okay, and what we'll do is we'll quickly see if we can get a, we will set up, we'll get these guys all connected up, because what I'm going to need is I might set up like a bus route over here, even though most of it is just industry in Glasgow. There is actually houses over there as well. So what we're going to do, we're going to set up a garage over here, or whatever this is called. This is a depot actually. So what we're going to do is that, because this is a very early age of kind of the century, again we're kind of like in the year of 1880, we don't actually get trucks, we get stuff, we only get kind of cars that aren't even invented yet. So we are just going to go with cargo, and then of course we can only do a horse with a trailer. So what we'll do is we'll get three of them to do the coal to the steel. We'll set up a new line to go from the iron ore to the steel, to the industry, the steel industry, and we'll set that up as Glasgow iron ore to Glasgow steel. Now these are just names. These are just I put steel. Whoopsie. Now these names are just really just quick in. These names are just really quick for just naming things. I'm not particularly going to name something really accurate, but basically I'm just doing it out of quickness. So we'll set up the iron ore, so that means now iron is now being collected here, and that means these guys, these people will pick up 5 coal, and then they'll deliver it to over here. And our mission is just to deliver it. We don't need, it doesn't say we need a certain amount, we just need to deliver it. So we sped this up all the way. Look at the little kind of the horse feet go. Look at them. They're going so fast. Look at that. That's so funny, man. Oh, that's good. Okay, so what we're going to do, because this the coal does actually build up pretty quickly, we're going to configure this, and then we're going to go to cargo, and then we're just going to extend this just a wee bit more. Of course, you can see that the coal does build up very quickly. So, and as you can see, the iron ore is built up pretty quickly as well. So we're going to update that. We're going to give it more space. So we do have a minimum of 48 million, or that's our budget right now. So these horses will collect the iron ore, is it? Yep, the iron ore from here, and it'll deliver it to here. So that is our kind of goal right now. So while we're waiting for that mission to complete, because all we just need to do is these guys to deliver to here, because the coal's already been delivered. So we're just waiting for the iron ore to be delivered. We could set up a train route, or not a train route, a bus route around Glasgow, which could be quite interesting and quite good. So we'll do a quick bus route over here now. We could still do the industry area, but it's highly likely if you just do the residential area, which would be quite nice. So we're just gonna go around this area over here, turn it back over here. Now it is best to put a train route on, a bus route or a bus stop on each side, so that means you can get back and forward that way, which will be very good.
Shipyards crave steel for colossal tubs, bigger the better. But it doesn't get there all by itself.
You're damn right. Nice one. So deliver 10 steel into the industrial area of Glasgow. Okay. So we set up a nice bus route over here. So we'll quickly get that bus route going over here. So this will just be the Glasgow bus route over here, and then sorry, we need to add the station. You know, hold on, we'll do that after. We'll sort that out after. I just want to get the missions done as quickly as possible. So we'll put a truck. We'll put a wee truck stop over here. Now what you want to do is you want to find the area, the industrial area, with basically the wee steel logo on top of the kind of industrial area. So as you can see, if you zoom out just so you can get a better look, and I'm sorry it is a wee bit laggy, it's just my computer can't run the best with this game. As you can see, this whole area over here is got steel. So basically what you're going to do, you're going to put a wee bus stop or truck stop, and basically the areas highlighted in white will be the areas that it covered. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a new route that will go from, from steel. So we're going to get the steel that we've collected, and we're going to put it, and we're going to send a route over here. So that means it'll collect steel from back and forth, and this will be Glasgow steel to Glasgow City, which is where I live. But I live kind of, I'm not telling you where I live. I'm not telling you, but all I'll tell you is I live outside Glasgow. That's all I'll say. I live in the Glasgow area, but not... Why am I telling you this? Why am I telling you that I live out... Why am I telling you where I live? Especially in a big YouTube open area. I'm dumb as shit. Right. Let's try that again, because I kind of messed up that route. So, okay, let's try that again. So I need to know which way these guys are going. Okay, so it goes this way. Perfect. Right, I got you. Right, okay, so we'll go this one to this one, and then we'll go down here, and then we'll go, wait, and then we'll go, yeah, we'll go up here, yep, and then we'll go down this way, down Stanley Street, and then we'll go down this way, which will take you to Grove Road, and then what we'll do is we'll just do a quick U-turn back here. So that'll be 7. So kind of go the way back. That'll be 8. And then, so you see what I'm doing here. So I'm just making sure I'm covering all the routes so that you can see the yellow line tells you where that route where kind of the buses will be going, or in the stage carriages, because they didn't have like buses back then. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll buy passenger. Now they did have the first kind of so this is the French I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, but basically it doesn't need a carriage anymore. So, and it does carry more people, it carries 5. So what we'll do, we'll get a maximum of 5 vehicles to go on the Glasgow bus route. I wonder what it was like to live back then. It would have been nice. So we have to deliver 10 steel to this area, and as you can see, see that steel is actually getting made right now, very slowly, because you know they're trying to the coal and the iron ore has to be produced at the same time to actually make the steel. So you can see that the more coal and the more iron ore that is produced, the more steel that will be income. So just now we have 4 steel, which is good, and you can see that we're not quite making enough production and shipment to actually, you know, not produce as much as steel as we'd like, but we are producing, but just not as quickly as we'd like it. And it will go up, but it's just, you know, these are as fast as these horses can go right now. There you go, so we're getting more, it's more of like the, so we have way enough coal right now, we just need a lot of iron ore right now. So what I'll do is, I could get I'll get another 3 cargo route to go the iron ore, because I would say we're not really getting there and quickly back enough. Is because the coal is actually just right there and it's a quicker route, and this one's the longer route, so we're getting more. And as you can see now that people are waiting at the bus routes in Glasgow, which is really nice to see. And you can see that our bus route, you can see our first steam bus has been is picking up. There we go, we are making money off this, and it's a nice route that we're doing. So very, very nice. And you can see that our first steel carriage is delivering 5 right now. So we don't actually need 3 carriages. We just need 2. But it's good to actually keep bringing in, because it'll make you quite a lot of money, which is good. So you can see that it's a nice wee area that we're getting around over here. Oh, there's our first steel delivery there. You can see a lot of coal's being packed up right now, which is good. So, and you can see that the steel is getting there. Where's our... Are you collecting any steel? Where's the steel? I'm sure I got... Oh, we only need 1 more. Oh, damn it. He was 1 short. Are you serious? Oh my god. Okay, again, this is in top speed. I'm going as fast as possible, but we're going to get this done. Okay, what I'll do is, guys, I'll just cut it here. Just once this is done, I'll get back to you. So, see you in a minute. Okay, there we go, guys.
Deliveries of high quality steel make it possible to build particularly seaworthy ships. Time to make use of these robust steamers. Sustenance for the city's working masses is found out on the islands. Delectable fish swim in the sea. And the distilleries on the Hebrides produce an absolutely exquisite whiskey. It's called the Water of Life. Get out there and explore the area. Every ship needs a harbour, and your venture needs a particularly good one.
Okay, so what we can do, we can now build our first boat, boat in the game, which is really exciting. So we're going to get that done. We're just going to connect it up here. There we go.
To build a shipyard so that it won't be long before you can call a beautiful ship your own.
Okay, so now we need to build a shipyard, so we'll build this. So this is of course where you get you'll build your ships, which we can just easily build there.
Play a stately boat that will sail you safely through the wild waters of the Western Isles on your daring expedition.
So we get to do our first, we get to buy our first boat in the game, so let's go, or in this case here.
Explore the Western Isles to obtain whiskey for the city.
So here we go, so we get to actually produce whiskey, where Scotland originally made the whiskey. This is where all whiskey comes from, it all comes from Scotland. So what we're going to have to do, we're going to set up a new route here, so we're going to have to, wait, I forgot our mission. So we have to establish a route that you have a ship to sail the harbour of port to the area. Okay, so do a new route from here to here, and then we'll do Glasgow Port City to Port Eileen. Actually no, it needs to be the other way around because it's collecting whiskey, so we're gonna have to do that. So we're going to have to do it the other way. So we're going to have to do it from here to here. It has to be the other way around because it's collecting whiskey and then it's delivering back to the Glasgow city. So we're going to go Port Eileen. Oh, didn't mean to put that in caps. Port Eileen whiskey to Glasgow city. Because that's where it's going, I think. Anyway, oh guys, that's my subway. I'll be back in a minute. So we're doing a route from Port Eileen Whiskey to here. So what we're going to do is we're going to now get that shipyard or that ship to go on this route, which will now hopefully collect the whiskey to, well, the thing is that, what I didn't actually do is establish a route and have this ship sail to the harbour of Port Eileen. So it doesn't say we actually have to collect whiskey, it just says we have to establish a route. But what I'm going to do is, because Glasgow requires whiskey, and you can see that there's a whole area of whiskey over here, I'm going to set up a bus route, or sorry, a stop over here, which covers whiskey and fish, but mostly because it covers fish, it also just means that we can put a route there to collect whiskey. So what we'll do is we'll get a truck station beside the depot, and again, once you see it highlighted white, you can see that it will deliver there. So there we go, and then we're going to establish a new route that goes from the port to the kind of city Glasgow over here, and then we're going to rename this. Whiskey route. There we go, just for shortage. And then what we'll do is we'll buy a few vehicles. We'll just buy 3, and we'll do the whiskey route, and there we go. And that means we should be getting whiskey over here. So again, we just need to wait till the ship does steams up.
Industry is buzzing. Thanks to your services, its need for steel is always covered. In contrast, a lack of personnel looms on the horizon. Nowadays, the city's working class is outrageously spoiled. The workforce is rebelling more and more against the prevailing working conditions. On the other hand, in the Highlands, countless hungry people wait gratefully for employment. All that needs to be done is to get them to the city. Build a railroad in the wild west of the Highlands, so that this remote stretch of land finally experiences the blessings of civilization.
So basically we just have to build a train that train route from Glasgow to Fort William. But as you can see now that Whisky is going to we're now getting Whisky over here, and that means when the shipyard arrives, or when the ship arrives, it'll collect the Whisky to go back here. And that means that the Whisky will go to this area, or this area over here, which will Whisky over here, and then that means the steam or the carriages will bring the Whisky over to here into the city, which is what it needs. As you can see, it has how much Whisky? 13 Whisky, so it will build up over time. Okay, so let's do this last thing, which I want to do for today, because I think the video's already long enough. And this is the main thing. This is the main thing that I really want to show you, is basically the history of Scotland. That's what it's all about, the history of Scotland in this video. So we can now build a train. So we're going to build a passenger terminal. Again, we want to try and cover the residential area, that's it. And once we've covered, once we manage to cover the residential area, it should be okay. And that means the citizens can easily get access to the train station. And what we'll do is we'll build another train station up here to Fort William. As you can see, you can tell by the industry, and you want to try and get the residential area. So you kind of maybe want to build it on this, like over here. So we're going to delete that road, and we're going to get a train built over here. Again, it's really hard to try and cover the industry area, because it's very hard. But as you can see, it seems like all of it is residential because there's no icon at the top, so anywhere is actually fine right now. So we're just going to try and cover it. And of course, now that we do have our bus routes over here, we'll set up a bus route, of course, in Fort William. But if we get people on the buses to go up to the oh, look at that, actually it's already put in. I managed to make the bus station now covers the train station, so that means people can go from the bus to the train station, which is real nice. So let's now set up a railroad. And what we can do, we can just build a wee... Oh wait, I forgot, we can't really build a bridge over here because the boat needs to get in. Shit, I didn't really think about that. Whoopsie. What I'll do is I can build it up. We can try and get it... So we can try and get a better angle over here. So that means that the... oh, we need to try and get it perfection. There we go. So that means the tram, or the boat, I should say, should be able to still go under this bridge over here, which it should be able to. Perfect. So we're going to have to try and build over this as much as possible, and try not interrupt anything. That's the main thing, is that if we try and build over it, that is the plan. So now we are going to try and get it level. There we go, we've got it level, just about. Again, we want it level. So again, I would try and avoid building kind of through the area, because it or try and make it level as much as possible, because that means it's going to cost less. But unfortunately I might have to build a few bridges and a few tunnels, which is okay, I don't really mind. It just means that it's just more of a beautiful scenery for it. And there we go. And once we can get this all connected, we can get this connected up over here, which will be here. Perfect.
Supply the city of Glasgow with workers none the worse for wear, who haven't fallen victim to the union's pipe dreams yet.
Okay, so we need to transport 20 people to Glasgow. So we need to get Fort William people to travel to Glasgow. Now, unfortunately, this part does take a wee bit long, but what I'll do is I'm going to set up a train just to show you guys what it's like. Now, Glasgow, of course, is probably going to be getting the people first, because it is a bigger city. So in that case, we're just going to have to improvise and try and do our best.
These days, big landowners' fleecy balls of wool now graze where families of farmers once cultivated their patches. Lady McDougall asks for help. She wants to know if all her little sheep are still together.
So sure, just
help with accounting. Look to see if all the sheep are still there.
So we need to transport 20 people. I'll make 32. There we go. So what we do, we now need to make a new route that goes from Fort William to Glasgow. There we go. And then we'll call this Fort William, by the way, which is actually a real place in real life, to Glasgow. There we go. And it's very good, by the way, in this game it is crucial to try and name them as much as possible, because if you just leave them with line 1, line 2, because that's what the default name is, then you are going to get, you know, it is going to be very difficult to find all of this. So we need to find the sheep or whatever it is. Find Lady McDougal, which is a very Scottish name.
All the people in charge have dozed off from all the county.
Alright, okay, let's make some noise. So basically 1, 2, 3. There we go.
What's going on?
Yeah, whatever. So there you go, that's the first one done. And there we go, we have a train. Let's see our train. Yep, you can see that our nice wee train over here. Let's slow it down just a wee bit so you guys can get a good view of this. Oh, sorry, camera's just going a wee bit dougal. There we go, look at this, it's very nice. And what we can actually do, we can go in the cam train and have a look. Look at this, it's very nice, isn't it? Especially for this age. And look at that, people are coming into Glasgow. Now, of course, it does take time getting into Glasgow, but you know, time will come. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a bus route in Fort William, so that means we get more people to the train station, and that means we can get the transporting to Glasgow much quicker. What we'll do is we'll need to start in kind of like a decent area, so we'll start over here and we'll cover as much as we can in this area of Fort William. The thing is, Fort William is actually quite a small city in this game, so we don't need to cover much, considering the areas does cover the bus stops does cover a lot of this area. So we are going to try and do this, and then we'll do the last one over at the train station. Perfect. And we'll set up a new line going from from here to here to, where was it, to here. Yep, this is right so far. To here, and then we go to here, and then we go here. Yep, this is good. And then we go here. Oh, looks like we got a new train. Nice one. Okay, well, let's just keep going with the routes, and then we'll head back the way we came. Yep, going this way, and then going, so 6, and then just basically just follow the route that I officially came, and then it will stick to it. So 5, 4, and then 3, and then 2, and then 1. So back to kind of square one as it was. Perfect. And we got a nice wee route going from there. And then what we'll do is we'll just set up a depot as well in kind of this area. Again, it doesn't need to be perfect. I'm just playing this for fun. And what we'll do is we'll get some passengers, and we'll buy at least maybe like five buses, or I don't know what they're called back then. So this will be the Fort William bus route. There we go, and that means we'll hopefully start getting people on this route, and then we can just speed this up a wee bit more. There we go, guys. So I think I'm going to leave off for this episode. I hope you guys did enjoy this. I'll pause it here. If you guys do want to see more of Transport Fever 2 or just any gameplay in the game, because I'm currently playing it right now and I'm on the 3rd stage, and I have to admit I am struggling myself with it, and I do have to look it up, but getting through this mission was quite hard. But if you guys do like this and you have any suggestions for what I could improve on, then let me know in the comments down below. And the question of the day is, if you had to go to Glasgow back in this age and you had to change one thing about what I've done, what would it be and why? So if you had to go in this game right now or back in time, back to Glasgow, and even if you have been to Glasgow before And if you could go back in time to this age, what would you change and why? And of course, I'll pin that question down below. So guys, I'd just like to say thank you so much for watching and our support. And again, let me know what you think of this game, because I love it. Another, I'll say thank you so much for watching and our support, and I will see you in the next video. See you later, and goodbye.